Good morning, dear audience. Today we want to talk about the life in the world of deadlines, and let us introduce ourselves. My name is Nadezhda and I've got a superpower, yeah, and mine is multitasking.
And I am Daria, and my superpower is punctuality. So, managing other people starts with managing yourself. And basically, there are a lot of components that make up self management: self discipline, honesty, motivation, self awareness. But all these components are senseless without implementing time management, which most of us just ignore.
Let's be honest, how many of you thought that distant learning will be like this? And it turns out to be more like this. So if you recognize yourselves, we have a bad news for you.
Paradoxically, the more time you have, the less you know how to spend it right. But we want to teach you how to do this and prove that somewhere between the deadlines, there is a life, your life, full of joy and happiness. And that's not the eighth wonder of the world. But first things first.
Simply speaking, time management is the process of planning, exercising conscious control of time spent on specific activities, especially to increase effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity. Project creep, sleeping deadlines, and a to-do list that seems to get longer and longer each day. These experiences are all too common in both life and work.
With the New Year resolution season upon us, many people are trying to fulfill such goals as manage time better, be more productive, or focus on what matters. But the development of such goals is indeed important to career success. By the way, large-scale surveys find time management skills among the most desired workforce skills, but at the same time, the rarest to find.
There is a wealth of research that delves into the skills that undergird time management. Here, time management is defined as the decision-making process that structures, protects, and adjusts a person's time to changing environmental conditions. Three particular skills separate time management success from its failure, and the first one is awareness. Thinking realistically about your time and understanding that it is a limited resource. The second one is arrangement, designing and organizing your goals, plans, schedules, and tasks to effectively use time. And the third one is adaptation, monitoring your use of time while performing activities, including adjusting to interruptions or changing priorities.
Time. It is the only thing that we can't really get back. And when we hear the word time management, we often think of it in the relation of the work environment. However, the negative effects of not being able to use time management extend the way beyond of the borders of the office. And lack of understanding on how to prioritize tasks can lead to low self-esteem, relationship strain, and an overall unhappiness with life.
Poor time management can seriously harm us in different spheres like failing to set goals. An overstretched mind is a chaotic one, and the more we throw into the mix, the less we're able to be clear about what's important. Up close in our day-to-day lives, prioritizing what needs to get done first becomes tricky than it ought to be.
Finding it hard to make decisions. Poor time management is a blight of those who are not able to prioritize tasks. And when we do not know what will happen next, it is a kind of mental stalemate for us.
Failing to perform. Rolling on from indecision is incompetence. When we stop taking accountability for our own choices, we start dropping the ball, which leads to poor results of work and inconsciency with expectations of suppliers.
Forever rushing around. Well, it is the most common problem of humankind because we always want to be on time. And being late for us makes our adrenaline kicks in, and consequently, our stress level rises.
Whilst a little adrenaline can do us good in certain circumstances, too much stress response can eventually weaken our immune system and put strain on our vital organs. Not to mention that stress just doesn't feel great. Time management is the solution for lots of problems of representatives of different age groups. It is not surprised that even small children are fed on time.
As we can see, our lives are connected with time management. For example, when we were younger, our parents did not allow us to play at night, but it seemed the best time for playing. Am I the only one who thought that? And also, when we woke up for school, we thought of how long it will take us to commute. So people live according to schedules, and when we ignore them, our lifestyle suffers.
There is a fact that 10-12 minutes invested in planning your day will save at least 2 hours of wasted time and effort through the day. We live in the world where most people aren't really interested in following complex time management theories. Download the apps that sooner or later will be deleted anyway. We all strive for simplicity, clarity, and of course, immediate results. Therefore, there are some basic techniques that can be implemented without much effort.
The first one is the Eisenhower method. It helps to organize tasks and duties in order to find out their priorities. And there are two main criteria, importance and urgency. So all the tasks can be divided into four categories that you can see on the slide. And this Eisenhower box helps to understand which tasks should be done primarily and which of them can be postponed.
The next one is frog rule. It's based on starting your day with something terrible in the aim of moving towards something great. It's like a video game, so instead of checking your social media, it's better to start your day with reading or studying or doing sports. By the way, did you know that Apple CEO Tim Cook and WOG director and Wintower rises at 5:45 a.m.? The one and only Oprah wake up at between 5 and 6 a.m. to work out and meditate. So getting up early also helps you to become a better version of you.
So last but not least, the 80/20 rule. It claims that 20% of actions drive 80% of results, and the other 80% of actions lead us to only 20% of results. So translated, top priorities lead us to the most important results.
Time management is a magic stick which can increase the number of things that you can do on a day-to-day basis. However, as a wise man said, there is more to life than simply increase its speed. The main purpose of learning and practicing time management skills is to enhance and improve the overall quality of our life. It is to increase the amount of pleasure and happiness you experience.
So stop wasting your time. Stop finding millions of excuses and justify your procrastination. Just remember, mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Thank you.